Hey, welcome back. Thinking about doing some short videos. Leave me some comments or something if you'd be interested in seeing a breakdown like Bourbon Tasting 101 from beginning to end. I may post them on something like TikTok and YouTube or something, but they would be real short videos, and it's going through every aspect that you need to know, from bourbon law to what barrel charring does, to the different mash bills and so forth, the glassware, all of that. So if you're interested, please let me know. Otherwise, let's get to tasting a bourbon. All right, we have Cyrus Noble. 'Tis none nobler. Maybe this is San Francisco. Small batch bourbon whiskey, 90 proof, 45%. Bottled, now remember that, bottled by Haas Brothers, San Francisco, California. So it doesn't say distilled and bottled by it, but up here at the top it says distilled in Kentucky. So this is procured bourbon that is blended barreled by Haas Brothers, but a lot of bourbons are Nulu and the MGP bourbon. And you can see I haven't had the cork out. I just took the paper off the top. But Smoke Wagons, one of my favorites, is procured bourbon. So that doesn't mean it's not going to be good. I do not know the mash bill on this. All I know is what I can see on the bottle. I'm not going to read all of the California Gold Rush, blah, 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 hype. Yeah, Haas Brothers, San Francisco. So let's pop top on this thing. It's a little low in proof, but I'll take it. It's a real cork, but doesn't matter. All right, it is a very light, little sweet, very light amber color. Let's move this bottle right over here. Hopefully you can see it. A really light amber color. So let me, I was looking for something around the edge, a little attenuation or something. I do not see an age on this bottle anywhere, so we don't know. And again, a lot of times I'm trying to, unless I know something about the bourbon, I'm just bringing you what's on the bottle. So let's give this thing a swirl, get a little air in it, start checking legs. But at the lower proof, I'm not expecting a big ethanol kick or anything on it. Let's give her a quick nose. All right, the nose is coming across like that little drop that I got off the side of the bottle. Sweet nose. Excuse me. Picking up some earthy, grassy notes in there with that, but a little bready, but there's some fruits coming through. Vanilla, apple, apricot. Things like that. It's got a pretty good nose on it. The trails coming down are slow. They're running very slow down the side. They're not real thick, but they are slow. So the legs on it are moderate, decent. So we'll go with that. Not picking up a lot of oak out of it, but let me get the tongue wet here. Not bad. It is very lightweight, okay? And the taste and color go, in this case here, go hand in hand. But it's not a bad flavor on the bourbon. It's just a little weak, on the weak side, but I am getting some pretty good notes, and I did get a little kick on the finish. So let me take another sip. That is a delightful little bourbon. Yeah, I don't see anything about what they may be using in it, only the proof. So the 90, I know the 40-80, there can be 40%, 80 proof. That's your like base low bourbon. So this is, but these are really what I consider the low end, or the lowest, not low end, but the lowest of the proof that I enjoy. That is easy to drink. I like it. There's a caramel to it. It doesn't go deep. There's no molasses. There's no roasted fruit notes. But it does have a little sweet kick to it. So the vanillas are coming out strong. It must not be aged very long, is what I would be thinking, because it's probably has a medium char barrel to bring out that much sweetness, but it didn't pass through on the color. So that's just, it didn't sit in the barrel all that long. But I am getting, like I said, those earthy notes, the grassy notes are coming through in there with it. The vanilla, the apple, apricot came through more on the nose than on the tongue. Up the center of the tongue is the sweetness, but I am getting not all the way out to like where I would get wood notes and things like that. Typically the way I picture it in my head when I taste bourbon, it's not really coating all the way across. The legs are okay, so it has decent oils in the bourbon, but it's not coating that well. I wouldn't say this is a bad bourbon at all. It's a easy sipper. Very pleasant. There's a buttery note to it as well, but it doesn't have that musty young flavor to it that I pick up on some bourbons. I don't know how to. It's watery. This does not come across as watery. So there's that. It's full-bodied for what it is. The 45% 90 proof. Don't expect a hug off this. There's no warmth down here. The finish, it's there, but it goes super fast, and it's gone. When I talk after I take a drink, I'm not getting that cycle through the sinuses and and all of that. So it comes across lower proof, I think, than what they have listed on the bottle. But I mean, I would enjoy this in the afternoon or something, Yeah, I like it. But it is a little light in the pants, but yeah, I do enjoy it. I think it's a well put together bourbon. It's blended well. I think they aged it appropriately for what they wanted to put out as a product. So there you go. A bourbon for almost everybody. Even if you don't care for the spice and the rye and all of that, you're not getting much out of this. This is just a good, smooth sipper. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. As always, please like and subscribe, hit the bell down there for notifications, and I promise I'll keep bringing you these videos.